Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
The day after the alleged killer of a pregnant woman is charged, her family speaks out. The memories they hope the community will honor.
Plus, saving at the pump as gas prices continue to rise. Some lawmakers have an idea to cut down on how much you're shelling out.
And making sure families succeed, the YMCA's goal for helping 1,000 local kids. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson.
Tonight, the family of an Ogle County woman killed in 2020 is remembering her.
Yesterday, a man who her family says was the father of her unborn child was arrested for both their murders. Rachel Perry joins us now. Rachel, how's the family doing?
Mimi and Eric, Melissa Lamesh's brother tells me he knew the moment he got the call that his sister was gone, telling me while the charges are relief for his family, they won't bring Melissa back.
I just had this gut-wrenching feeling all day something was wrong. And I get this call from my dad.
It's a call that changed Carl Lamesh's life forever.
He says, "Have you heard or seen from Melissa?" And I said, "No, I've been at work all day." And he tells me the house is on fire and no one has heard or seen from her. And, right then and there, I knew, it was just in my gut, something was wrong, she was gone and I couldn't feel her.
The Ogle County Sheriff says his sister, Melissa Lamesh, was strangled in her Mount Morris home that was then set on fire. Carl says Melissa was just days away from having her baby boy, and they had been decorating the nursery.
We ended up Skyping each other, and I helped her set up the nursery pictures in her room, and she's like, "Where did they go? Help me figure out where they go."
The soon-to-be mom was on maternity leave from her EMS job and had just moved to her childhood home in Mount Morris.
She did so much good and helped COVID patients, and I'm sure saved a lot of lives, and, it's sad to think she doesn't have one now.
34-year-old Matthew Plody is charged with killing her and her unborn child. Carl says Plody was the father. Now, Carl wants Melissa to be remembered for her life, not how it ended.
She just had one of those contagious smiles. I want people to remember her for the happy person she is, the good person she is, and, to have those memories and cherish them.
Plody is being held on $10 million bond. If convicted, he faces up to life in prison. Eric?
Thanks, Rachel. A Rockford man learns how long he'll spend behind bars after he pleads guilty to murder. Joseph Benjamin was sentenced to 20 years in prison. The 33-year-old pled guilty to second-degree murder Wednesday. The killing happened back in November 2019. Rockford police were called to Simpson Road in rural Rockford. There were reports of a fight. Officers say they found 2 victims. Both had been badly beaten. 28-year-old Albert Perez died 5 days later. The second victim survived. Clarence Benjamin was also charged in the crime. He, too, was sentenced to 20 years in prison last month. In Boone County, a Sycamore man faces charges in connection to a deadly 2021 crash. DeWitt Shuffelt is charged with reckless homicide. A grand jury indicted the 61-year-old Tuesday. The crash happened in April 2021. Prosecutors say Shuffelt was on Genoa Road when he passed another car at a high rate of speed. He reportedly hit his brakes, lost control, and crossed the center line and hit another car. Robert Hall was behind the wheel of the second vehicle. The 63-year-old Belvedere man died. If convicted, Shuffelt faces 2 to 5 years in prison. He's been released from jail after posting $75,000 bond.
Any minute now, actor Jussie Smollett will learn his punishment from a Chicago judge. The former Empire actor was convicted late last year of staging a racist, homophobic attack on himself. He then lied about it to police. During the trial, Smollett testified in his own defense, denying involvement in the phony hate crime scheme. A jury found him guilty on 5 counts of disorderly conduct for filing a false police report. Disorderly conduct is a low-level felony that carries a maximum of 3 years in prison. Given Smollett's lack of criminal history and the nonviolent nature of the incident, some are expecting him to only receive probation, community service, or a fine.
The city of Freeport has a new fire chief, and he's a man familiar with the job. Scott Miller will rejoin the Freeport Fire Department as its new chief. Miller previously served in the position from 2013 to 2017. He has more than 35 years in fire service. Freeport's been without a chief since January when Brad Liggett passed away suddenly. Chief Miller's first day back on the job will be March 14th.
Vice President Kamala Harris renews America's commitment to protect NATO allies during a visit to Poland. Harris met with the Polish president, vowing to further assist Ukraine as Russia continues to bombard the war-torn nation. In recent days, Ukraine's president has slammed NATO for its failure to establish a no-fly zone. Today, Harris said a no-fly zone is off the table at this time. Her trip comes the day after U.S. lawmakers approved nearly $14 billion in aid for Ukraine and European allies. The U.S. has also delivered a pair of Patriot missile systems to Poland.
The United States' commitment to Article 5 is ironclad. The United States is prepared to defend every inch of NATO territory. The United States takes seriously that an attack against one is an attack against all.
Harris wasn't the only vice president in Poland today. Former Vice President Mike Pence was at the Ukraine-Poland border. He visited with Ukrainian women and children who are now refugees of the war.
Shock at the pump is becoming the norm as gas prices continue to soar. Today, some Illinois state lawmakers presented a plan that could help drivers save. Republican state senators want a cap on the state's sales tax on gas. Right now, the sales tax on all goods is 6.25%, which on $4.50 gas will add about 25 cents per gallon. Lawmakers want to place a maximum cap of 18 cents.
These increased revenues just become a windfall for politicians and government, and we don't believe that that's fair.
Governor Pritzker has already proposed freezing the state gas tax. Illinois is one of just 7 states to charge both sales tax and gas tax.
An investment in our future. The YMCA of Rock River Valley is getting $750,000 to help local families. The federal funding will go to the Youth Enrichment Center at the Lutheran Church of Good Shepherd. The program will support academic, social, and emotional needs of students, specifically on the west side. It will have a kitchen to provide meals to fight food insecurity, as well as childcare and play spaces. The Y CEO says their main goal is to provide access to those who need it.
This allows us to expand our programs, our services, and our access into West Rockford and specifically this neighborhood. And certainly, most importantly, we have the opportunity to serve almost 1,000 students right across the street at West Middle School.
Rosecrans in Freeport is also getting $300,000 for a new outpatient behavioral health care clinic. The money's part of a funding package President Biden's expected to sign in the coming days. It was a golden morning for some state line educators.
Coming up, we'll run down a list of Golden Apple winners as surprised teachers react to the honor.
And Illinois gamblers won't have as many games to bet on moving forward. Coming up at 6, Russia's invasion of Ukraine means some lines will be off limits.
Temperatures remained on the cooler side for us, only reaching 28 degrees this afternoon, well below that average of 44. But we soon see the numbers, and a pair of 60s could return just in time for St. Patrick's Day. More on that coming up in your most trusted forecast a little later.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
It was a big morning for Rockford-area teachers. 5 were recognized by the Golden Apple Foundation for their excellence in the classroom.
Those teachers don't know what's happening until, in most cases, dozens of people surprise them in their classrooms. Golden Apple Day features a lot of cheers, hugs, even tears.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Literature Lounge.
The morning started with a double surprise for Willowbrook Middle School literature teacher Kelly Houghton. Not only did an entourage of about 50 people burst into her classroom, it happened on live TV.
I can't believe how much growth mindset can change your teaching, your view, your profession. And I've worked really, really hard on making sure that I give the best of myself to my kids and the kids give the best to me. And we've really jammed it out, and I'm so pumped about it.
The next stop was just down the road at Hononegah High School. Jean Chambers has spent her entire 24-year teaching career there.
We're very much one Hononegah. We work together, and I collaborate with all the teachers in my department, and it just means so much to me that I think of the apple as all of us, the whole department and the whole school winning the apple.
Over in Boone County, science teacher Rebecca Perry is in her 11th year teaching. 4th at Belvedere South Middle School.
I love kids. I love kids. I love science. I always say I get paid to play, so I get to come and do experiments with kids and watch them have fun and watch them learn, and they teach me something every day.
At Harlem Middle School, the surprise caravan stretched all the way down the hallway for Ashley Van Sickle.
Hi, how are you?
Really good now.
She sums up why she teaches in 2 words.
The kids. The kids. They make it worth it, especially middle schoolers. They definitely need the support, and showing up every day to be that support for them is the reason why.
The final stop, Rockford's Roosevelt Community Education Center. The celebration for Matt Green was so big, it spilled out into the hallway.
I just think it's imperative that no matter who you are, a teacher or otherwise, community member, like, it takes a village, and the schools need the support, and these kids deserve, every kid, not just your own kid, every kid deserves the best education we can offer them. That's our responsibility.
All 5 of those Golden Apple teachers will be recognized at an awards dinner April 22nd. You can get tickets and attend the event.
They're so inspirational.
It really is. It's such a great day, and to see the reaction from the kids and their families and even other teachers when they poke their heads out of their classroom doors when they see this entourage walking down the hallway, it's a pretty cool experience.
Awesome. Congratulations to all of them.
Yeah, that's right. Congratulations, and to those who didn't even make it to the final 5, because there are certainly worthy teachers who don't make it that far. Snow's moving through our area right now.
It won't add up to much for most of us. When we come back, Candace times it all out for us as we wait out a few chilly days before a big warm-up.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, the light snow continues to come down for us this evening, and we'll continue to see some of those lighter snow showers over the next couple of hours. And while most of this has been light, there have been a few pockets of some more moderate snowfall kind of embedded within this overall snow that has been moving across much of northern Illinois. You notice some of those darker blues kind of showing up there over parts of DeKalb County here in Rockford, and that's where the visibility is dropping back just a bit as that steadier snow continues to work in from the west and southwest. This will be moving out by about 8, 9 o'clock this evening for us, so things will be a little bit more quiet here as we get into the overnight. As far as visibility is concerned, where we have a little bit more of that moderate snow coming down, you notice visibility dropping under 2 miles in Rochelle and Sterling, down to 2 miles here in Freeport, and 2.5 mile visibility right now in Rockford. Live look with the Mercy Now SkyTrack camera out in Rochelle looking off to the northwest. There has been some minor accumulation on the grassy surfaces, a little bit of that sunshine early on kind of helped to warm those pavement temperatures, but where we've had that steady snow come down, there is some accumulation there on the pavement. So some slick spots are possible here as that snow does continue to come down through the next couple of hours. Temperatures have been in the 20s all afternoon, so we have definitely been on the cooler side. Notice as we get through that 7, 8 o'clock hour, things will start to wind down. We may hang on to a flurry or two even through about midnight or so, but anything accumulating, even if it is light, should be coming to an end during that time. We'll break some of that cloud cover up through the overnight. There is a second cold front that comes in. This will be around noon tomorrow. There's not a lot of moisture with this front to begin with, but because it's a very strong cold front and we've got a lot of forcing going on in the atmosphere, I think we could see a quick burst in kind of this narrow band of snow work in with the arrival of that front, and that could very well drop visibility briefly down into the early afternoon. Once that cold front passes, winds are going to pick up from the northwest and the temperatures will drop. Already by tomorrow evening, those numbers will be in the teens, and when you wake up there Saturday morning, temperatures will be dropping back into the single digits. We'll see sunshine for Saturday. It is still going to be windy, but high temperatures will only make it into the mid-20s. Very unseasonably cold for the beginning of March. Now let's talk about the wind. We get a quick shift in that wind direction ahead of that front early Friday from the southwest, but watch what happens once that cold front comes through. Wind direction shifts around to the northwest. Wind gusts pick up to around 30 miles per hour. So it is going to turn windy tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and that is going to push wind chill values down below zero. Yes, below zero Saturday morning, and keep us likely in the low teens for much of Saturday afternoon. Still rather breezy out there even going into Saturday. So Saturday morning wind chills anywhere from 5 to 15 degrees below zero. Afternoon wind chills about 10 to 15 degrees degrees above zero. So Saturday is going to be a cold day, but a quick rebound in that temperature up near 50 degrees once we get into Sunday. Low 20s for our weather watchers, all of them reporting some light snow. Sandy does have a light dusting of snow there on the back deck in northern DeKalb County. So 19, that's where we ultimately end up for tonight. Winds won't be overly strong, but the wind does pick up for tomorrow afternoon. I think we'll bump that number into the low 30s for Friday. We're down to about 27 degrees on Saturday, up near 50 on Sunday. Don't forget, daylight saving time begins, so Saturday night, set your clocks ahead 1 hour. We've got the 50s, guys, into next week and near 60 by St. Patrick's Day.
Temps on that 7-day just keep getting better. Thanks, Candace.
Scott's in next to talk sports. Major leaguers are ready to play ball again. Scott has his reaction to the end of the lockout.
And the Chicago Bears are parting ways with Khalil Mack. He weighs in on whether they're making the right decision or if they'll regret it.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
Major League Baseball is coming back into our lives. The owners and players have an agreement. The lockout is ending. I never thought this thing would drag on for long. The issues the two sides have been quibbling over were not that massive. The monetary issues I'm talking about. In a sport worth billions, what's the difference really between paying players a minimum salary of $500,000 or $700,000? The same goes with the arbitration bonus pool they were haggling over and the luxury tax threshold that they were arguing about. And I never bought the idea that they couldn't salvage a full 162-game season, which they will with a few extra doubleheaders. Opening day will be April the 7th. Players will report for spring training this weekend. As part of the agreement, the National League will start using the designated hitter. I'm all for that. Yeah, it's exciting to see a pitcher come to the plate and rip a homer or a line drive double, but those are few and far between. And two sides still need to decide on a pitch count, larger bases, and a ban on infield shifts. None of those will happen this year, but all could happen next year. And I'm in favor of all of those. I think that all put more action back into the game. I've never been a fan of all or nothing baseball, of home runs and strikeouts and not much else. The other big breaking news today is that Khalil Mack has played his last game as a Bear. Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network reports that the Bears are trading Mack to the Chargers for 2 draft picks. We'll get a 2nd-round pick this year and a 6th-round pick next year. I'm not surprised by this. Ryan Poles knows the Bears are not on the brink of being a contender. They have a lot of rebuilding to do, and they need draft picks. Plus, Mack's production has dropped way off the last 3 years. He didn't reach double digits in sacks in any of them, and he's been plagued by injuries. Perhaps Mack can pull off what Robert Quinn did and bounce back in a big way. The Chargers sure hope so, but the Bears are ready to move on, and rightly so. That's my take. We'll be right back.
Stepping outside early this morning, I was like, hello, winter.
Yeah, it was kind of a slap in the face reminder.
Yeah, the wind too, you know, really kind of put that chill in there. And now we've got a few snow showers coming down. It's not anything that's really going to amount to much. You've got just a little bit of a dusting in some spots on the grassy surfaces, especially to the south. The first WARN interactive radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass and More shows a lot of those snow showers kind of moving out here by about 8, 9 o'clock here this evening. I do think we'll see a quick burst of snow early tomorrow afternoon with a cold front, low 30s, and then we're down to 9 on Friday night, only 27 on Saturday, but the 60s by the end of next week.
That sounds much better.
Thanks for spending some time with us. Stay safe.